Good morning, this is Lucinda from Showbiz Software. Thank you very much for joining us for the second of our current Showbiz 5 webinar series. Let me just go through some housekeeping first of all. Today is regarding the trade stand holders, so we'll be looking at it mainly from Ruby Wax, who is our token trade stand holder. What we will do, we'll just go through some just make sure everyone is on mute, because we've had an issue with, in the past, we'd like feedback and all that sort of stuff, so if everyone can just make sure that they're on mute, any phones and speakers or mics are on mute, that would be perfect. If you've got any questions, please just use the chat box at the bottom of the GoToMeeting screen. I'll try and keep an eye on them during the webinar, but if not, I will then catch up at the end and I'll try and answer all your questions. As all of these will be recorded, so I know everyone's really busy, so we have them recorded, so if you can't attend, it's not a problem. We'll have them recorded, stored onto a Zendesk, and I'll send everyone a link so they can then go and see them whenever they've got the chance to do that. Fantastic, right. So, as I've said, today is the second of our, I think, 8 or 9 webinars that we're doing. Last week was regarding the entries and schedules, and this week is regarding Ruby Wax, who is our trade stand holder. Next week we've got sponsorship, memberships, and then we go through the different ones. So let's have a look at the system. So what we will do, I'll just change you to the other screen. So sorry, I'm just waiting for your system to catch up. 2 seconds. So screen 1. Okay, fantastic. So this is our mock-up Moreshire site that we've got so we can show you like what it could look like from your website. So Ruby Wax is our trade stand holder. So she wants to go and have a log into her account and have a look at her application, all that sort of stuff. So what she will do is go to the Moreshire site and then go to login. We can now log in as Ruby, so everyone will have their own logins and that sort of thing. Login. So anyone who's got an account with the system, they will then, the first thing they'll see when they connect onto the system is their dashboard. So everyone's got their own dashboard with their own widgets. We've got with a lot of different widgets. And they will only see the widgets that are relevant to themselves. So if they're not, say, an entrant, they won't see the entries widget. If they're not a trade stand holder, they won't see the trade stand widget. It's all dependent on what they are and what information they need to see will be shown on the dashboard. The dashboard is very interactive. You can move all of the different widgets around so people can put the information where they want to see it, the data that they want to see at the top, and most important, they can scroll up to the top, move up to the top, all that sort of thing. So on here we've got the different widgets that Ruby's got at the moment. We've got the basket, so at the minute she hasn't got anything in her basket. She's got a profile to the right, any entries, so because she's a test one, she's got loads of different entries as well. She's also got the accounts widget, which is very useful because she can see all of her transactions with the sales. She can also see her invoices, so the system will automatically generate invoices, so you don't have to do that. You can, if you want to generate them manually, you can, but you've also got the option when they go through the process that the system will automatically generate the invoices, so that's one less thing you have to do. So as you can see on here, she's got an invoice or an order, and then you've got the invoice. So if she wants to go in here and get a copy of her invoice, she can literally just go in, download it, so she can literally just click it. That will then download it straight away. So on the left you can see that she's got the sales invoice, and then she can open it and process it and do what she needs to with it. So that's a bit less hassle. You have to have like people phone up, can I copy my invoice? They can just go to their dashboard and their widget, and then they can pick that up straight away. So on the left hand side you can see there's quite a few different applications that Ruby's got. What we'll do if you go to just search by the accepted status. So what we can do and go and have a look at one of these, and this will then show you the application. So what Ruby would have done is gone through and filled out all of these different sections previously, but because you can see it's accepted, so she's already filled everything in she needs to, but I can give you a quick overview of what the information. So you've got all the stand holder information she would put in. You've then got the documentation. So this is where she has to upload relevant information, whether it be health and safety, if it's like a food stand, first aid, risk assessments, anything like that, insurance documents. The system can be made so the documents are mandatory, and then they have to upload them before they can then apply for the stand. So as you can see, she's already uploaded her insurance document, so you can download it, have a look at it. You've got the online directory, so this information regarding the stand holder can get copied straight across to the online directory. But if they want to have different information shown online, that's perfectly simple. They can do that and put the different information in here. So if they want like a general email address, they can put that in here rather than having, say, Ruby's personal address. They can put that in here, and this is what will then show in our Tradestand portal. She can also put the information regarding the online directory as to what she wants to show regarding her Tradestand. So this one says Ruby Wax brings her famous wax jackets, providing the whole family with warmth this spring. So she can put in whatever she wants into there. You then put any images, so she can upload different images. I think it's like a limit to 5. So she can upload different images. So if one of your criteria is you'd like to see a picture or a photo of the stand set up, so you know exactly what it's going to look like, you can make an image mandatory and tell them it needs to be a mandatory image of the trade stand set up, so you can do that. You've also got the build-up breakdown, so information regarding people that are going to be on your site at any specific times. You know who they are, where they are. Got the vehicles, so you can say which vehicles are linked to their trade stand. Attributes, you can set up all your different attributes regarding water, extension, electricity, anything like that. You can set these up within exactly as you need them. Any notes, so regarding the notes, so you can put a note on that they want to ask, and then you've got the terms and conditions. These are your specific terms and conditions. They're set up as a product, so you can change them as often as you need to. You can have exactly what information you need on there, and you've got a tick box, so they cannot submit or apply for a trade stand unless they tick that to continue. There are certain mandatory information that they have to submit before they can, or they have to give you before they will be able to submit it, but I'll show you that shortly when we have a look from the show user's perspective. So as you can see, her trade stand has been accepted, so she's gone through and she's paid it. Regarding the trade stand application, once she's processed, put it in a basket, processed it through, applied, it then goes to the shows, get a message saying Ruby's applied for a trade stand. They can then go and have a look at it, make sure they're happy. Once they've accepted it, they can then go and pay. We're also looking for new trade stands, so if someone new wants to apply for a trade stand, it can then give you a different option. So this is something that we've currently got in development. So this is, say, like on the Morshire site, you can apply for a trade stand. This is from feedback that we've had from customers regarding a very quick, simple application process. So you can go through, people can go to your website, click on the application, got all the information regarding the deadlines, trade stand manual, so all the terms and conditions, all the information that they need to see before is all linked up here, so you can just upload the documents. You've also got, if you want to do a 50% payment up front before they apply for the trade stand, you can do that as well, or if you want to make them to pay in full, it's entirely up to you. This is what the developers are working on at the minute. So you can then go through, pick up which trade stand type they would like. So if we do the shop and fill in, we can put all the different areas you want in there. You can then go through and select the size that they would like. So in this case, we're going to go for 4 metre by 4 metre. It's got the price there. You can also add different options if you want to put on, say, like a corner corner stand, anything like any like real prime stands, you can put additional premiums. You can add those in as well. So if they would like a premium stand, they can select that and then pay the additional amount. You then got the stand holder information. So you just basically they'll go through here, fill all this information out, any special requirements. Then they've got the mandatory document uploads. So public liability insurance, they select it, upload the file. Same with the images, they will just go through and put all the images that they need in, so they can upload the images. Vehicles, regarding all the different vehicles that they've got, so you know exactly which vehicles link to which trade stand. Same again with the attributes and your terms and conditions. It will then give you the information at the bottom as to the cost for the information further up the screen that they've selected. Give them that total and outstanding balance. They will then have the option to pay in full or pay, if you want to give them the option to pay 50% now and then the balance later upon successful acceptance. You can do that as well. This is what we're saying. This is the development process at the minute. This is what the guys are working on. But we really appreciate your feedback as if that will work for yourselves. So I know if each show is different, so if we can get feedback from different shows, we can then make sure it will be exactly as you need it to be for your show and to help you. So reduce your workload, try and help you, the software do as much of the work as it possibly can. So you have less stress and hassle that you normally have with all the trade stands. They will then submit the application and make the payment. They then go to the different screen and then go to the payment gateway and make the payment for whether it's a full amount or half amount or whatever percentage you want to charge them when they apply. It's entirely up to you. If you don't want them to pay any money when they apply, you don't have to, but you've got that option if you want to do a percentage or the full amount. So you know they're legitimate people that are really interested and they'll happily pay before they apply for trade stand. So if you are a show user, so yourselves within the show office, we can have a look. So this is now the back end of the system. So this is what you will see all the time. As you can see down the left hand side, you've got all the different modules, whereas Ruby only had the shopping basket module. So what we can do, we can go to the Tradestands Manager. When someone submits an application, you get a message saying someone submitted the application. You can then come into your Tradestands Manager. This will then give you the options on the top right hand corner. All of these different manager grids will have all the different filters. So for the Tradestands, it's quite a lot, but you don't have to have all these. This is just set up just so you can see you can have a lot of different stages and options for the information you can see quickly. So you can see if you want to see all of the trade stands, that will then give you all the different trade stands that are on the system. So you can see exactly how many you've got and which ones you've got. You can then do the apply accepted. So once they've been accepted, you've accepted them. These are accepted ones. You've got the different stages. So at the minute, if we have a look at an applied status, this is one that's still in someone's basket. So if you have a quick look at this one, so this one's still in someone's basket or still in being processed. So you can see this, you've got the red bars, which means that it's a mandatory field needs to be completed before they can process it. Right hand side, they'll get a check application, so you can see the different stages or the different information they need before they can apply. So for this one, we've literally just got your terms and conditions. So it hasn't been ticked. So what we can do, we can now tick that saying they've accepted the terms and conditions and then check application. That will then come back saying, yeah, everything that is mandatory has been filled out. So we can then have a look back and you can have a look. So that's now had all the information submitted and we can now submit the application. So that's now been submitted. So that's now come to your show saying that this stand would like to have a trade stand at your show. Up to on the top right hand corner, there's now a new application action button. So what this does gives you the option to accept the trade stand, reject it, or request more information. So say this trade stand's just come in, you've had a message saying they've applied for a trade stand. You can then have a look at it. You can go through, look at all the information and see if there's enough information in there. If not, you can go back to them and say you need more information. You can importantly have a look at their insurance document. So currently we've got it's a Word document, it looks like. It says insurance document. So okay, that's fine. We can have a look at it, make sure it's got the correct information and the correct dates, start date, finish dates, all that sort of stuff. So if we open it, we can have a look at it. And okay, this document is literally just says insurance document. So they've uploaded a blank document. So what we can do, we can now go back to them and say, hold on a minute, you've just sent us a blank document. So this is where we can use the request more information. You can then just type in saying, sorry, the document you uploaded is incorrect, doesn't have all the correct insurance documents. Please submit the correct information. They will then get a message saying you need more information. They can then upload the correct document, come back to you, and then you can have a look at it and double check it. So this gives you're in full control of the system, you're in full control of the process, and it's a quick way you can quickly just communicate with your trade stand holder very quickly and easily, and then they know when more information is required for the stand. If we go back into the break up and break down, this is where they can put all the information regarding the date they're going to build the stand, the date they're going to break it down, the stand builder, manager, and all that sort of stuff. So you can go back to them saying you haven't actually filled this in, please fill it in. You can set this as a mandatory field or not. In the minute it's not a mandatory field, but it's entirely up to you if you want that to be a mandatory field. And then it just gives you the information as to the different people that are going to be on your site for whole health and safety, security and everything like that. You've also got regarding the vehicles, you can have a look and see what's going on with that. So what you can do, because if there is a trade stand that has a vehicle linked to it, you can go through and have a look at it and think, oh, hold on a minute, there's a vehicle, or like during your show, there's a vehicle on site that we're not sure about. So if you do a quick search, you can then do the global search. It's a really quick, useful tool within the system. You can quickly find information out. You can do lots of different things in here. So this car registration, you can type in the car registration. It will then go and have a look through all of your trade stand documents and the trade stand information regarding the vehicles. And straight away it comes back to the trade stand cakes by rows. So straight away you know that vehicle is linked to that trade stand. You can then go and open the trade stand application or the trade stand details, find out the contact details and phone them up saying, hold on, your car's in the wrong place or you need to park it here, that sort of thing. You can do that straight away. So if we open the details, we can then go in and have a look and think, right, okay, so we can then go to the stand holder information, right, there's a mobile number, you can then phone it. So the system will help you find the information that you need. It will also let you go to navigate to the portal. So we've got within the system, you automatically get the sponsorship trade stand results portal included. So we can have a look at that. So if we go to the directory, we can then go and have a look at this. So this will then go and open up the directory so you can see that trade stand. So here we've got the different trade stands. So you've got, as you can show you the information, got steam days, cakes by rows, and then you've also got the Ruby Wax jackets. So the system will then, this is online, once you're happy you can publish it and then can put it online so everyone can see the trade stands that you've got at your show. It will have the location of them, their catalogue information, so everything is there really quick and easy, so people can then go and search as well. So if they want to go and see Ruby Wax, they can just type it in, then the Ruby Wax will just be the only one that will show. So you've got the search portal to here, so if you just type in Ruby, that will then bring back Ruby's trade stand. so you can then see the exact information that you need. So people can quite quickly go and know exactly where the stand is. So this is all included within the system. It's not an additional extra, because we want literally like the one price you pay is what you get. The system, you have the portals, you've got the e-tickets, you've got the social media integration, everything is all in one place and one time. So you've got the system is also gives you the ability, so if you have a certain trade stand and then you want them to have, if they have like parking tickets or parking passes, entry passes, anything like that, the system will allow you to create basket rules. So when an item is added to the basket, it will automatically add these products as well. So rather than having to look through a list saying, right, okay, this trade stand needs this trade stand needs a certain amount of passes, the system can do that for you. So what we can do, we can go into back into the system and have a look, go to the correct one. You can go and have a look at the system. So if you go to you can go to the basket utilities, and then you've got the basket rules. So the basket rules will allow you to include certain items if something gets added to the basket. So if you have a look at this one. So they're really quick and easy to set up. As you can see, there's lots of information there if you need it. So people are there for the first time, they can see it. So we can then continue. So these are the different rules we've got set up on the system at the minute. So with the trade stand application, it will automatically include certain items. You can have like a certain, so with parking passes you can rate them and then add them to the basket. It's entirely up to you. You can set up exactly the information you need. The system will then let you do a packing report, so you can do, like we call it pick, pack, post. You set them up as a postable item. When you need to, you can then say, right, okay, these items need to be sent out. You can run a report under the orders, so you can dispatch orders. That will then let you see which items need to be posted out to which people. So for this one, you've got like different vehicle passes, that sort of thing. So you can see exactly which customer needs which items to be posted out to them. So there's lots of different options that you can do to save yourself a lot of time and hassle. The system will do it all for you, and then you literally just think, right, okay, these need to be sent out to this person, and then you can post them out. Okay, so that, I think that gives you an idea regarding the trade stands. You've also got, once the show has finished, you can then create the brand new show, and you've got the option within the system that current trade stands, although your trade stands have exhibited this year, and you've got the option to invite them back. So once you've finished, say, like the 2019 show, you set up the 2020 show, you copy the 2019 show to the 2020 show. You have the option then to say, right, okay, I'd like to invite all of these trade stands back. They will then, the system will automatically add the trade stands back into the trade stand holders basket. It will send them a message saying, thank you for coming to the 2019 show, it's great to see you there. Please come back to the 2020 show. All of their information will be already set up or filled out. All of their different sections will be filled out ready for them, same as what they've had this year. They can then go back in. If they need to change anything, say upload a new insurance document, they can do that, and then they can submit it again, so you can then accept it. So it's a lot less hassle and time and effort from both your side and then also your trade stand holder side. So they can literally just say, right, they've got a message, right, my trade stand's back in the basket, I can then process it. So that's straight away, that's already there. And then once if you have a deadline, that you then say, right, okay, they have to apply back for their 2020 stand by a certain date. And then after that, you can then set the other trade stands live, so new exhibitors can then apply to turn up to your 2020 show. I think that gives you a general idea of the system. Does anybody have any questions at all regarding it that I can help and answer? Let's have a look. Okay, we've got, can you cap the availability once sold out, e.g. about 40 vehicle passes? Yeah, I think the system has got the option within the products that certain products you can have a maximum amount sold. So once that's been completed, that will then take that out of the availability within the shop. So I think that should hopefully answer your question. Does anybody else have any other questions or want me to show any other bits anymore? Because I think, if you've got any questions, give myself or Angela a call, because I've got a new colleague, Angela, she's helping with the Show This 5 site. Okay, thank you so much for your help over the time, and have a good weekend, and we'll speak to you soon. Thank you, cheers, bye.